Nah, nickel theater. What do you expect for a nickel?
An empire built by cows and horses had little use for buffalo or the Commanche, the last of the native peoples to succumb to Commanche, able horsemen, and the U.S. government eradicated, decimated the Plains tribes' horsemen, and the Plains tribes all along the Wichita Trail. The beginning, back in the day, when the horse was king of the plains.
Yeah, the horse thief.
The United States government encouraged settlement into this western region as the country was spreading from coast to coast. And the horse and the cow were what built this great nation. The buffalo was abundant in the plains areas. All of those tribes depended on buffalo soon were succumbed. The buffalo was decimated in population, encouraged by the same U.S. government. And the horse became the weapon against the Commanche. The Commanche almost withstood the United States government. They almost were not subdued because of the horse. And the horse thief sits between the middle of the ranchers and the cavalry and the Commanche. But his main concern is the wild herds that must be restored, whatever that would require. Benjamin Carradine was born the son of a rancher. He grew up in the Big Sky country. His past was somewhat sketchy, and he became known by most as a horse thief. But what Benjamin Carradine, sometimes calling himself Richard, his first love was the horse, and he was true to his first love. Starting in Tucson, Arizona, a daring raid began gathering stallions, mustangs, all up the Wichita Trail. The Golden Hooves followed Richard Carradine all the way up the Wichita Trail. He had a masterful plan. A very daring plan, to take 1,000 stallions into the Kansas City, Kansas lofts, collect the pay, and call the horses away to their freedom just beyond the Wichita Trail. And in Kansas City, Kansas, the end of the line, and the horses were free to roam. The horse thief had a good season. $1 million payday. 1,000 stallions ran free. 1,000 less stallions for the Commanche and the Calvary to fall over. And the horse thief lives to breathe another season. Well, Benji, have you been paying attention? Like, is this guy a horse thief or not? The judge should throw him under the jail.
Yeah, he's a horse thief. But he has a way with horses, you gotta admit. Hey, anyway, what's wrong with caring about the horses? The Commanche and the Calvary are trying to get the horses. Why can't the horse thief have them? He's not really a thief. Well, he is a horse thief, but he has good intentions, I think. What do you think?
Well, Benji, I think we need to get back to the story and quit telling the people all of the good parts and let them watch it. All right, so the horse thief is fighting the Commanche and the Calvary, and he's trying to get the herds back to their natural states and trying to preserve this wonderful breed of the horse, which he feels is being threatened by all the factors he sees going around him. And it's a battle that he fights season for season. And that one magical season, from Tucson to Billings, all the way into Kansas City, Kansas, when he frees 1,000 stallions. There's a lifetime of stories about a man that started in Tucson and ended up at the very top of the Wichita Trail. He took horses all the way up to where it took 20 men or more to possibly have made it. Get past the Commanche, or maybe even the Calvary. All sorts of obstacles of getting 1,000 horses up to the market in Kansas City, Kansas. But our Richard Carradine, our horse thief, managed to do this to the marvel of everyone. And there's only one reason it was possible. Our horse thief has a special way with horses. And our story was about trust. And the horses trusted. All the way to the slaughterhouse, or the shipping house up in Kansas City, just so he could get paid to continue to save the great herds. We've all heard of legends. You got Paul Revere, Gerald Custer, any number of legends. If you happen to know any Commanche, or anybody that's ever served in the U.S. Calvary back in those days, if you happen to know any, ask him about Benjamin Carradine, the horse thief.